were talking.
Oh, that was my phone. Those are my phones. I was using that one on the computer.
It sounded like a toaster.
How did it sound screaming?
it was just static every time you like go above like certain decibels.
I'm using my phone.
You just go too high and it's just
Hey, Seuss, are we ready for a test?
Yeah, I can hear it.
You good?
Yeah. That's so weird.
What? You're hearing him from there and hearing him from there?
Tell me when we're ready to go live.
Wait, so they see me?
What do you say?
Yeah. You're live.
Do you want me to start talking then? So I can start talking? Okay.
I should do the. I should do like a jitsu in front of the camera. You should like.
Do you know what 1,000 years death is? Did you pass that for me?
No. I got to the part where.
I'd like to welcome everybody to Boise City, Oklahoma. We are here with a district matchup C1 with the Tyrone Bobcats versus your very own Boise City Wildcats. At this time, we're going to be standing for the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance
United States of America and to the republic stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Holy smokes. I have the national anthem hooked up. Click on the national anthem, guys. All right, let's learn a little bit about the teams tonight and what we got going. It's a beautiful 96 degrees here in Boise City. Hopefully, the players are hydrated and drinking lots of water tonight. Let's learn a little bit about the Tyrone Bobcats. Head coach Josh Bell, he's been with them for 17 years. Assistant coach is Clay Witt. He's been with Tyrone for 11 years. And Travis Banning, 13 years. This is going to be kind of a story of two different teams, with Tyrone kind of rising to dominance from the years 2016 all the way through 2019. And if you look at Boise City, they kind of had a rise of dominance from 2012 to 2016. So we kind of have two different types of teams getting ready to play each other. With Tyrone, back in 2016, they went 11-1 and lost in the semifinals to Pond Creek. 2017, they went 11-1 and lost in the semifinals again to Pond Creek, back-to-back years. 2018, they went 8-3 and lost in the quarterfinals to Southwest Covenant. And in 2019, they went 5-5 and actually missed the playoffs. When talking to Coach Bell, he talked about, being pretty fortunate with some of the good athletes that he's had over the last 5 years. They went through a lot of rough patches and were rewarded with some good teams at the end. And we're talking about that 2012 to 2016 group that they had. That was some of the rough patches. But as you look, like I said, from 2016 to 2019, Tyrone has been a juggernaut in Class C football. He was just really excited about the possibility, the things that they can achieve this year. And, it's just kind of unknown right now with COVID-19. And so they're just trying to take each game by game. Let's take a look at our Boise City Wildcats. And like I said, it's been kind of a tale of two stories with them. They kind of rise to dominance in the year 2012 to 2016. Had several great players with the likes of Jaden Whitfield, Micah Arthod, Braxton Cruz, just to name a few, Austin Smith, Brandon James. Those were some of the key players throughout those years. And the Wildcats have kind of struggled the past couple years just with, different players coming in and different injuries that we've had. And so we've had a lot of youth having to step up. We've had a lot of kids that just didn't have as much experience having to start in, big roles. And so, like I said, when talking to Coach House on the outlook for this season, he's just really looking to really take it game by game. And we've already kind of had the injury bug. And so he's just, trying to get some younger guys experience. And like I said, we're seeing a whole new Boise City Wildcat team this year. Have several freshmen starting, and we have a new quarterback. Like I said, we had Luke Arthod, who graduated last year, and he's being replaced by Keegan Armis. So there's a lot of new faces on the field for the Boise City Wildcats. So like I said, this is going to be kind of a rough battle for the Wildcats tonight. They're definitely going to be battle tested. Coming into this game, the Wildcats are 0-2. However, the Tyrone Bobcats are coming into this game at 2-1. So this could be a good test for both teams to face each other. We will be back in action here in a couple of minutes for kickoff.
Starting lineup for the visiting Tyrone Bobcats: number 23, Ethan Brown; 33, Lathan McCain; number 3, Braden Stevenson; 27, Jackson Bell; 88, Roberto Hernandez; number 1, Kobe Williams; number 15, Raylan Johnson; 42, Dakota Kane; number 10, Danny Sanchez; and number 11, Connor Witt. For your Wildcats: number 1, Keegan Armis; number 2, Sebastian Sandoval; number 3, Vicente Ortiz; number 4, Yahir Nieto; number 7, Sam Wagner; number 8, Drew Cadell; number 10, Jesse Gomez; number 13, Oscar Ramos; 14, Francisco Ortiz; number 20, Caleb Arthod; number 22, Paul Trantham; number 24, Gabriel Milliken; number 30, Ethan Odell; number 36, Jeremiah Roses; number 55, Ido Morales; number 56, Carter Crabtree; number 74, Jared Garcia; number 75, Michael Martinez; number 78, Conrad Odell; and number 88, Chris Hughes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's looking like the Boise City Wildcats are going to be kicking off to the Tyrone Bobcats. We have number 14, Francisco Ortiz, that will be kicking off. In the backfield, receiving for Tyrone will be number 15, Rylan Johnson. Rylan Johnson will definitely be somebody to watch. Leading rusher for the Bobcats. He is also the leading tackler, so a key figure that Boise City Wildcats are definitely going to have to contain this evening.
Set to kick off.
Beautiful evening for football tonight. Like I said, it's around 96, 97 degrees here in the jungle. Ortiz with a decent kick. It's going to bounce about the 15-yard line. Picked up by Rylan Johnson. Wildcats are definitely there to knock him out of bounds. Conrad Odell and Paul Trantham on the tackle. Like I said, Tyrone is one of those offensive juggernauts that are going to be kind of a balanced team. We'll see a lot of different run and pass options out of Tyrone this evening. They have some very good-sized players over there. I know that one of their ends is Roberto Hernandez. He's about 6'5", 6'6", 180-pound junior. They like to throw it in the air to him. But like I said, we need to keep our eyes on number 15, Rylan Johnson. He's kind of been a force to reckon with in Class C. Looks like Tyrone lines up with a double wing. They're going to hand it off. He's going to kind of carry the pile for Johnson for about 5 yards on the gain. Takes it all the way to about the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 5 yards to go for the Bobcats. Like I said, we're happy to get Conrad Odell back in the lineup. He's starting at middle linebacker. We have Carter Crabtree, number 56, as an end. And we also have Paul Trantham, both seniors as ends. Tyrone again in motion. Option look. Keeper by the quarterback. Quickly taken down by number 55, Heido Morales, and number 14, Vicente Ortiz.
4 yards, brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be about 3rd down, 1 yard to go for the Bobcats. This would be a huge stop if the Wildcats could get this accomplished deep in Bobcat territory.
Big 3rd down here.
Once again, Tyrone does love to line up in that double wing set. It's going to be a give to Johnson straight up the gut. It looks like it's going to be enough for a Bobcat 1st down. And like I said, Tyrone's one of those teams that likes to kind of see what they like to set the tone for the flow of the game. If they're able to control the offense with the running game, they will do that. If they need to go to the air, they will. It's kind of one of those deals that here they are with a kind of a gator look. Got spread action going on. Quarterback keep taken down quickly by number 75, Michael Martinez. Quarterback for the Tyrone Bobcats is number 1, Kobe Williams. He's a 6'1 junior, 180 pounds. Look for him to also be probably the 2nd leading rusher for Tyrone Bobcats. Some of the Boise City Wildcats to look at, definitely Gabriel Milliken, leading tackler for your Boise City Wildcats, number 24, playing safety. Send motion. They give on the jet sweep. He gets gain of 5, 10, before he's finally taken down, finally entering into Bobcat or Wildcat territory. But we do have a fumble on the play. Your Boise City Wildcats are able to recover that. Oscar Ramos on the recovery. He is a junior for your Boise City Wildcats. And so quick turn of the tides right here. It looked like Tyrone had a lot of great movement down the field, and Boise City had something for him right there to cause a fumble and get the ball back. So definitely a good stop for the Wildcats, as Tyrone at the moment looked like they were being able to control everything on the ground.
1st and 10 Wildcats.
Wildcats look to be into a pro set right now. You have Oscar Ramos in the backfield as quarterback. Direct snap to the quarterback. Quickly going to be taken down by number 23, Ethan Brown, for your Bobcats. He's a 6'2", 215-pound senior. One thing you're going to see about the Bobcats is they have several seniors as well as juniors on this team, so they'll be decent for the next couple of years. As far as Boise City, they're kind of mixed. You're going to see a whole slew of freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors on the field, and so that was kind of one thing that Coach House wanted to, recognize, is that there are a lot of kids that are, for the very first time, getting varsity action this year. Looked like the play was being handed off to Conrad Odell. There was a fumble on the play, and Tyrone was actually able to recover the ball around now the 48-49 yard line. So we will have a turnover on downs. Ball is going over to the Tyrone Bobcats. Like I said, some of the seniors that we have this year, you have number 4, Yair Nieto. He's actually a wide receiver, defensive back. You have number 22, Paul Trantham. He's on the OL-DL line, mainly on the ends. You have Gabriel Milliken, number 24, wide receiver and defensive back. Carter Crabtree, OL-DL. And you have Conrad Odell, which we've talked about a little bit. And you also have Strand Wagner, running back, linebacker number 12. Like we said, we have a quarterback keep right there with Colby Williams. It's going to bring up a second down. It was 5 yards on the gain. I'm going to bring the ball out to about the 45-yard line. So far, both teams have kept the ball on the ground. There really hasn't been any passing, but we do have a double wing, like I said. One of Tyrone like to run. They hand it off to number 42, end around. It looks like he's going to be stopped just short of the first down.
6 yards on the carry.
We had number 42, Dakota Kane, on the carry. He's a 5'6" junior, 150 pounds.
Tackle made by Paul Trantham.
Once again, we have now we just have a single back for Tyrone. Motion. They hand it off to the fullback. He's going to look like he was stopped, but then just kind of kept fighting his way and was able to gain several yards for the first down for the Bobcats. And so, one of the things in talking to Coach House, he knew that, the Bobcats were definitely going to try to attack the middle of the field with their running game. So it was something that they were definitely going to have to look into stopping. And as of now, like I said, it's something that Wildcats are going to look to have to stop. They're in the I formation now. Ball is handed off to Kane. He's able to get to the outside, but we do have a flag on the play. Ball was pitched to running back Dakota Kane, but like I said, there was a penalty on the play. We do have holding against the Bobcats, so that will take them back 10 yards, and it's going to remain first down. Some of the offensive stats, like I said, Dakota Kane, he has, 133 yards on the season. He carries for about 5.8 yards a carry. He's had 3 touchdowns. He's averaging about 66.5 yards a ball game. And then, like I said, you had Rylan Johnson, number 15. He has 26 carries for 130 yards. He's averaging about 5 yards a carry. He scored 2 touchdowns this year and is averaging 65 yards per game. We have Gator set, Kane in motion, quarterback keeper. Kind of gets up the sideline. We have Milliken and Vicente Ortiz able to knock him out of bounds, but he was able to gain about 7 yards on the play.
Francisco Ortiz.
So like I said, on the offensive side, look for Johnson to have the ball in his hands quite a bit, Kane to have it, and also Williams, the quarterback, to keep it. Mainly through the air, they're going to look for number 88, Roberto Hernandez. But so far, the Bobcats have had a little bit of success in the running game, so they may stick with that. They have jet sweep to Kane. He's going to find a hole and is going to go untouched into the end zone for a Bobcat touchdown with 7:08 left in the first quarter. Just some of the notable things for the Boise City Wildcats. One of the main players for the Wildcats is number 20, Caleb Arthod, who is at the moment injured. And so there's kind of not a time frame on when he will be back in action. So like I said, there's a lot of youth that is trying to fill in for Caleb. We had number 8, Aiden Rollins, with the field goal attempt, and it was good. And so with 7:08 left in the first quarter, it is Tyrone 7, Boise City 0. But like I said, let's look at some of the notable stats for your Boise City Wildcats. Offensively, if we look total yards, one of the things is you're going to see that Boise City is kind of a balanced team, that they're looking to not only pass, but they will be looking to put it on the ground. One of your leading rushers for the Cats is Francisco Ortiz with 56 yards on the season, followed by Oscar Ramos. And then also following Ramos would be definitely Gabriel Milliken. And so, like I said, you got a combination of Ortiz, Ramos, and Milliken that are going to get a large amount of carries for the Wildcats. And then, of course, through the air, Keegan Armis has been looking for Milliken, Paul Trantham, as well as Strand Wagner through the air. So those are some of the notable figures right there. We will talk a little bit more about the Wildcat defense as the game goes on. Like I said, you're going to have Carter Crabtree that's kind of in the mix with 8 tackles on the season. Michael Martinez with 10, and definitely Gabriel Milliken with 11. Gabriel Milliken's going to get the return and carry the ball straight to the gut before he's taken down around the 30-yard line. And like I said, Keegan Arbus, number 1, the junior, actually got hurt in last week's game, had an ankle injury, and so right now, number 13, another junior, Oscar Ramos, is filling in for him. And so, like I said, we have a lot of players that are just lacking a little bit of experience. It's kind of the first time for them to be in certain positions for the varsity team, and so it's one of those times where we're excited for new players to be in new positions. And there you go, you have Oscar Ramos. He's off to the horse races. Could he go all the way? Finally taken down around the 7-yard line. Huge gain by Oscar Ramos. Definitely a wonderful carry. Like I said, this is his very first time to be playing quarterback at the varsity level, and you can kind of see the athletic ability that he has. One key thing about Oscar Ramos is his speed to the outside. Definitely one thing that is difficult for teams to stop, and so we're looking for big things for him once he touches the ball, and if he gets to the outside, he is gone, as you can see. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They are in the red zone. Keegan Armis is back in the ball game. Shotgun. We have Conrad Odell in the backfield. Hand off to Conrad Odell up the middle. Fumble. Ball is still loose on the field. And we're trying to see who. There's kind of a pile. Kind of wait and see who has it. There's still no signal yet. And it looks like it is going to be a touchback, and it will be ball turned over to the Bobcats on the play. So kind of a turn of events for the Boise City Wildcats as they were able to get down the field and on a big gain by Oscar Ramos. We had a fumble on the play, rolled into the end zone, touchback, and now the Tyrone Bobcats will take over on the 20-yard line. Quarterback under center. Kane in motion, but we do have a flag on the play. It's probably going to be some movement up front. Waiting for the signal from the official. We do have an offsides call against the Wildcats. That is going to be a 5-yard penalty. It will bring up a 1st and 5-yard down for the Tyrone Bobcats. And so, one of the things that you're going to see with youth on the field is you're going to see some penalties. And with that, it's just a lack of experience. As time goes on, the players will learn from experience, and it's one of those learning lessons, and everybody will get better and learn from it. We have Kane in option again. We had an option. It's pitched out to him, and it looks like he was able to gain close to a first down before he was knocked out of bounds. Only looked like he was able to gain maybe 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a second down for the Bobcats. We're going to see, like I said, the Wildcats look pretty promising on the offensive side of the ball, and we're able to get a huge gain by Oscar Ramos. So, that does show a lot of promise. Once again, we have your Tyrone Bobcats loading up into a spread offense. You have 2 receivers on each side. Johnson rolls out and is able to throw the ball to number 23, Ethan Brown, but it was incomplete. Ethan Brown, a 6'2 senior, 215 pounds. It's going to bring up a third down for your Bobcats. Could be a huge stop for the Wildcats if they could get them in their own territory. Looks like the Bobcats are going to line up in the I formation. We have a toss out to the outside. Number 42, Kane, quickly stopped by number 56, Carter Crabtree. Carter Crabtree, a senior for the Wildcats. He was a very good stop for your Wildcats. It looks like they're going to force the Bobcats to punt. Great stop right there. Great read by your Wildcats.
Brings up fourth.
You have number 24, Gabriel Milliken, set back to receive for your Wildcats. Number 88, Roberto Hernandez, set to kick. Like I was telling you, he was about 6'5", 6'6", player. Like I said, very dominant force on the football field as well as the basketball court. Ball is fielded. And it looks like Milligan is able to gain about 5 or 6 yards on the play. Decent punt and decent return by Gabriel Milliken. Definitely, anytime you can get close to your opposing team's, territory, that gives you an opportunity to score. You normally don't see too many punts in 8-man football. You're going to see more of going for it on fourth down, especially if you're around the 50-yard line. But like I said, this is definitely a different game than a 6-man or 11-man football. Definitely a fun game to watch if you've never seen an 8-man football game before. Keegan Armis in the shotgun rolls out, able to make a pass complete to Oscar Ramos. He's able to get another gain. He has blockers ahead of him. 10, 20, 35 yards on the gain by Oscar Ramos. Beautiful pass with the junior duo right there. So like I said, you're going to hear a lot about Keegan Armis and Oscar Ramos, and you'll get to hear about them for the next 2 years, with both of them only being juniors. So it's great that they're getting the experience that they are right now. .5:10 remaining in the first quarter. We have Armis in the shotgun. We do have movement up front. It looks like it's going to go against the Bobcats. It looked like a fall or a offsides on the play. Definitely, and that's what it will be. That will be a 5-yard penalty. He's going to bring up first down, 5 yards to go for the Boise City Wildcats. So far, Oscar Ramos has been a threat that is giving the Bobcats all sorts of trouble. He's definitely going to be on their radar tonight as he has had 2 very big plays. Ball is handed off to Gabriel Milliken. Looks like he gets a gain of about 3 yards on the play.
Tackle made by number 23, Ethan Brown.
Like I said, we have a freshman, number 36, Jeremiah Rosas, on the line. You have sophomore number 75, Michael Martinez. You have number 56, senior Carter Crabtree, and number 22, Paul Trantham. At this time, we do have a timeout on the field with 4:34 left in the first quarter. It is Boise City 0, Tyrone 7. We will be back in a couple of minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Boise City, Oklahoma. If you've just recently joined us, we have a definitely battle going on right now, a C1 contest between the Tyrone Bobcats and your very own Boise City Wildcats. We have 4:34 left in the first quarter. It is Tyrone 7, your Boise City Wildcats 0. We have Oscar Ramos in the backfield. We have a toss to number 22, Paul Trantham. He's able to gain about 4 yards on the play, close to a first down, but we do have a penalty on the field. Looks like we do have a hold against your Wildcats. That is going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to remain second down. Paul Trantham is a senior. It's going to bring up a second down and about 12 yards to go for the Wildcats. We have Keegan Armis at quarterback in the shotgun with Conrad Odell in the backfield. You have 2 receivers out wide. Pass is going to be to Gabriel Milliken.
Kick is made by Milliken.
The pass is complete to Milligan for a gain of about 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a third down, 6 or 7 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
And so as you can see right now, we've kind of had 2 quarterbacks for the Wildcats. You've had both juniors, like I said, Oscar Ramos, as well as Keegan Armis in the backfield. Coach House liking to switch things up a little bit. Once again, we have Gator set, 2 wide receivers down below on your screen with 1 up top. Armis back to throw. He's able to connect with Gabriel Milliken, close to a Wildcat first down. And like I said, this is kind of one of those situations in 8-man football where, you know, it's kind of a long distance to kick field goals, and kicking field goals in 8-man football is definitely a challenge. You don't have as many blockers as you would in 11-man football. And so you're going to see quite a few times that teams are going to go for it in this situation. It is a close call as far as it being a first down or not. We're going to see what the officials have here. They're going to pull those chains tight and see what they got. Looks like it is going to be 4th down and inches right now for your Boise City Wildcats. So let's see if the Wildcats can convert this 4th down. It's going to be a huge play. Earlier, the Wildcats were able to take it down to about the 5-yard line, but actually fumbled the ball in the end zone, getting a touchback, giving it back to Tyrone. But the Wildcats were able to recover and be on the move once again. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3:23, 4th down. Ball is handed off to Conrad Odell, straight up the gut, gains the first down for your Boise City Wildcats. I think Conrad learned a little lesson to grab that ball tight, ladies and gentlemen. Was able to gain the first down for the Wildcats. Like I said, this is kind of the first time that we've had Mr. Odell in the backfield for the Wildcats, and so like I said, he definitely has learned from the first couple of touches that he had. Like I said, we have now Oscar Ramos as quarterback in the backfield with Odell. Shotgun, handoff to Odell once again up the middle. Going to gain a couple of yards on the play.
Tackle made by number 55 and number 23.
Tackles on the play were number 23, Ethan Brown, and number 55, Colby Putnam for the Bobcats. Colby Putnam is a 6 foot, 275 senior. Ethan Brown, like we said, 6'2", 215-pound senior. So a lot of size up front for your Bobcats. Once again, we have a pro set. Ramos scrambling out to the right. Tried to throw a quick little pass, but deflected quickly by number 88, Roberto Hernandez. That is going to bring up a second down. Second down and 8 yards to go for your Wildcats. Once again, a beautiful night for football. Started out the evening at about 96 degrees. Kind of have a west wind. We have Keegan Armis in the shotgun. Ball is snapped. Step back, looks to throw. Ball is completed. Ball is completed to number 13, Oscar Ramos. Gain of about 6 yards on the play. It is going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. 2:16 remaining in the first quarter. Definitely a great drive by your Boise City Wildcats. Huge fourth down. Let's see if they can convert this play. Bottom of the screen, we have Paul Trantham out wide. Top of your screen, we have Gabriel Milliken as well as Oscar Ramos. Looked like number 23, Ethan Brown, was able to get into the backfield and quickly bring Keegan Armis down. There's going to be a turnover on downs. Definitely, though, you got to give it to the Wildcats for a great drive, especially after coughing a fumble up near the goal line, their first possession. They were able to get a huge stop and get a fumble recovery from Tyrone. So, in other words, it's kind of been a ping-pong match, if you can say, in this first quarter with both teams actually having a turnover off of a fumble. We do have Kobe Williams under center for the Bobcats. We have a double wing set. Ball's going to be handed off, but quickly stuffed by a host of Wildcats right at the line. Maybe a gain, if anything. Definitely great stop by the Boise City Wildcats. Looks like about half a yard.
Tackled by a host of Wildcats.
Like I said, we do have a little bit of size up front. Number 75, Michael Martinez, looking at being about 6'5" on the line. You also have Heido Morales. He is a junior on the end, along with Carter Crabtree. And we have a shotgun jet sweep to, like I said, once again, Johnson. And he looks like he is going to take it the distance. Rylan Johnson, 5'10", junior. And like I said, he was kind of one of those that we needed to look at on the radar. He's kind of been one of the leading rushers for the Bobcats. They like to send him either on a jet sweep, or they will send him once they hold that double wing set, and they like to send him right up the middle. And so that's something that, you know, the Wildcats had prepared for a little bit and tried to look to stop. But on that play, he was able to get away. 1:19 left in the first quarter. That brings the score 13-0. It looks like the Bobcats again are going to try for the field goal attempt. The field goal attempt is good, bringing your score now 14-0. Number 8, Aiden Rollins, was the kicker for Tyrone to get the extra point to be good there. So with 1:19 left in the first quarter, it is Tyrone 14 and your Wildcat 0. We will be back shortly. We are back in action with Tyrone set to kick off. The ball is a high kick. We do have a fair catch on the play by Yair Nieto Sr. Kind of fumbled the ball a little bit, but was able to jump back on it. The Wildcats will retain the possession. Ball being placed around the 28 yard line. Like I said, the Wildcats have had some promising runs and definitely have marched the ball down the field in 2 different possessions, but had a fumble on one and then were stopped on a 4th down. And so hopefully we can kind of get something going again. The ball is handed off to number 78 senior Conrad Odell. He's going to carry the pile for a good gain of about 4 or 5 yards on the play. We do have a flag on the play. It is a face mask. Will go against the Bobcats. We're going to go and tack on 15 yards on the play. Going to be a great movement for the Wildcats here. Not only a great run by Conrad, but a penalty will help out. It is going to march the ball close to the 50-yard line. And once again, Bobcats are getting pushed back, and the Wildcats threatening to enter back into their territory. We have Oscar Ramos in the backfield as quarterback, junior, and we also have, once again, Conrad Odell. Split to the top of your screen is Gabriel Milliken, another senior. Shotgun, fake handoff. We're going to quarterback keep. Get to the outside. Oscar, like I said, the kid is dangerous. Very dangerous once he gets to the outside. Great little run. Good enough for about 4 or 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down for the Wildcats. 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Looks like we have Keegan Armis entering back in as quarterback. Kind of something new for the Wildcats, having a change of quarterbacks on different parts of possession. Kind of keeps the other team guessing on what they're going to do. Gator set for the Wildcats. Ball is snapped. Keegan Armis drop steps back. Play is complete to number 13, Oscar Ramos. Razzle dazzle, gonna get up the field for a Wildcat first down. Once again, your Wildcats are looking very promising, being able to control the ball on the Tyrone Bobcats. But like I said, just a couple of little mistakes, a fumble, and then being stuffed in the backfield on 4th down has kind of limited the Wildcats from getting into the end zone. If they were able to, control some of the mistakes, definitely a different ball game, definitely closer than being 14-0. So definitely a different story than what the scoreboard is telling right now. Oscar Ramos on the handoff to Conrad Odell. Once again, a great carry. Looks of a gain of about 7 yards, 6 to 7 yards on the play.
Gain of about 6 yards.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of the first quarter with the Tyrone Bobcats 14 and your Boise City Wildcats 0. We will be back in a couple of minutes. We are back at Boise City, Oklahoma, with the Boise City Wildcats taking on your Tyrone Bobcats. You know, it's 14-0, but in all reality, if you were at this game or watching this game, the scoreboard is definitely not telling you about how good this game really is. Both teams kind of going at it. I can kind of compare it to a ping pong match with just some of the things that have actually went on in this ball game. Tyrone has just broken away with 2 plays and have been able to take advantage of some of the turnovers that Boise City has had, but Boise City has proven that they can move the ball on Tyrone. If there can be a limit of mistakes, this is going to definitely be a change in score. But as you can see right there, we had Keegan Armis that was kind of stuffed in the backfield by number 88, Roberto Hernandez. It's going to kind of be a big loss for the Wildcats. It's going to be 3rd down, 15 yards to go. We have Keegan Armis in the shotgun. You have Oscar Ramos and Gabriel Milken split, as well as Paul Trantham. The pass, it looked like it was intended for Oscar Ramos, but it was quickly batted down by one of the ends for the Tyrone Bobcats. That is going to bring up a 4th down for the Wildcats. Like I said, you have a couple different options here. You can go ahead and try to punt and pin the Bobcats deep, but you can also go for this. That's kind of one of the main things to do in 8-man football. Like I said, it's a little bit too far for a field goal, but it looks like the Wildcats are definitely going to call a timeout and set something up. We will be back in a few moments. Is it going okay up there? Yeah. You can hear me and everything? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Jessica, can you get Levon? Levon. Levon. Can you do me a favor? Can you take this down to the concession stands? Put 5 waters and 5 Gatorades in it, okay? And any type of candy bars, like 5 candy bars in it. Okay, so 5, 5, 5. You see that silver car over there? Just go put it by that tire, their front tire. It's for the officials. Thank you. We are back with your Boise City Wildcat football. The score is 14-0. We have 11:11 to go in the into the second quarter. It is a 4th down for your Boise City Wildcats. 4th and 15 to go. Like I said, you have a couple of different options that you can do here. You can try to punt and pin your Wildcats deep, or you can try to go for it. Mainly in 8-man football, you're not going to see a lot of field goals kicked, but Tyrone has actually kicked 2 tonight on the extra point. Definitely an arsenal to have in your back pocket, because most of the time teams are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Coach House kind of had a little bit of trickery tonight, sending in 2 different quarterbacks throughout the ball game. 2 juniors, Oscar Ramos as well as Keegan Armis, kind of switching it up a little bit, and well as has a senior running back, Conrad Odell, who kind of transitioned from the line to now a linebacker and running back. Ball is snapped. Keegan looks to throw, throws it deep. We have a man. It looked like there's some flags on the field. Looks like he was getting a little tugged on. We may have a pass interference on the field. We'll see what the men in stripes have to say about this one. The pass was intended for senior number 22, Paul Trantham. Looks like we do have a pass interference call.
Interference on the Bobcats.
that should give the Wildcats enough for a first down. So yes, penalty is going to be big for your Boise City Wildcats. That is going to give them a first down. Huge turn of events for the Wildcats. Definitely needed that. Now we have Oscar Ramos in as quarterback in the shotgun. We have Gabriel Milken, a pro set, split to the top of your screen. We have a quarterback keep. Oscar Ramos looks to gain of about 2 to 3 yards on the play, for he is quickly taken down by number 27, Jackson Bell. He is a 6-foot junior, 200 pounds.
Gain of 2 yards.
It's going to bring up a second down for your Wildcats. Second down, 8 yards to go. Clock at about 10:37 and counting. We do have your Tyrone Bobcats in the traditional 3-2 set on defense. Looks like they kind of have a man-to-man on the outside. Ball is handed off to Conrad Odell. It's going to be stopped short of the line. It's going to bring up a third down, no gain for the Wildcats.
Tackled by number 27, Jackson Bell.
Now, like I said, you're going to see kind of a mixture of pass and run by your Wildcats. There just really isn't any type of dominant set that they have right now. They like to kind of keep the defense guessing. As far as your Tyrone Bobcats, they have kept everything on the ground. There really hasn't been too many pass attempts for them. They look to pass to number 88 as he is a big target, being 6'5", 6'6" on the field. Once again, we have Oscar Ramos in the backfield. He is going to roll out to his left. He is quickly taken down, though, in the backfield by
13, Oscar Ramos.
number 33, Lethan McCain. Actually, that was number 23, Ethan Brown. Once again, Ethan Brown, being that 6'2", 215-pound senior, has had some big stops for the Bobcats. Had a big stop on the Wildcats when they were entering into the red zone area and stuffed on a fourth down. So like I said, you have a lot of seniors on, juniors and seniors for that Tyrone defense going against some of your younger Wildcats. We have Oscar Ramos under center on fourth and down, going to look for Jeremiah Rosas. The pass is complete, but it looks like he is going to be short of the first down. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch, but it's just not going to be enough for a Wildcat first down.
Catch made by number 36, Jeremiah Rosas.
Number 36, Jeremiah Rosas, is a freshman, does have a little bit of size to him. Like I said, it is going to be short. The ball will be turned over. And like I said, the Wildcats have looked pretty promising, able to get into Tyrone territory. Every possession, it looks like they have given themselves an opportunity to score, but have just fallen short. So they got to be able to knock down this door in this ball game and get something going. Looks like we have Williams in the shotgun, going to take it hard to the outside. Hit quickly by number 24, Gabriel Milliken, and number 14, Francisco Ortiz.
Kobe Williams on the play.
Like I said, not many pass attempts by your Tyrone Bobcats. It seems like they're going to stick with what's working. They've had some big plays that have busted for some big touchdowns for them, and so they're definitely going to stick with the running game until the Boise City Wildcats can prove that they can stop it. Definitely spread offense right now for the Tyrone Bobcats with a trip set. We're going to have quarterback rolling out, looking for someone to throw it to. We have 15 down the field. Play is knocked up and down by number 24, Gabriel Milliken, and number 13, Oscar Ramos. Beautiful defense right there on number 15, Rylan Johnson. There is a flag on the play. Kind of is in the secondary of your Wildcats, so more than likely it can usually be kind of a hold or, yes, definitely it's going to be a hold against the Tyrone Bobcats. It's definitely going to march them back 10 yards. It's going to be a second down and a mile to go for the Tyrone Bobcats.
Ball was holding on the Bobcats.
That was kind of one of the first pass plays that we saw from Tyrone. It looked like it was intended for number 15, Ryland Johnson, which I said, Ryland's one of those players you're definitely going to have to keep an eye on. Definitely a weapon on the ground attack. We have number 88, Roberto Hernandez, down on the bottom of your screen. Always look to him as being a threat. The ball is handed off to number 10. He is out in the open. Quickly taken out, though, by Gabriel Milliken. Number 10, Danny Sanchez. He is a junior, 5'7", 135 pounds. Looked like he had a little bit of speed. He did get to the outside and was able to gain a huge chunk of yards for the Tyrone Bobcats. So right now, just the ground game giving your Wildcats just a little bit of some trouble. They're going to definitely have to find some ways to limit that and force the Bobcats to maybe try something through the air, having a lot of success on the ground. You got Kobe Williams under center right now, double wing for the Bobcats. He drops back to pass. The pass is complete. Going to be another big gain for Danny Sanchez. So we had a connection of Kobe Williams to Danny Sanchez, able to gain close to 20 yards on the play, but it looks like we do have a injury on the play. Don't know kind of what it is at the moment, but we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back in action. There's 7:23 left to go in the second quarter. Tyrone 14, Boise City 0. We are back here in Boise City, Oklahoma at the C1 matchup with your Boise City Wildcats taking on the Tyrone Bobcats. We had a injury to number 10, Danny Sanchez. Prayers for that young man, possible knee or ankle injury. Hopefully everything will be okay for the 5'7", 135-pound junior. You hate to see injuries at this level. That's been kind of a plague for your Boise City Wildcats this year with several injuries to key players. We have, like I said, starter Drew Cadell, who's been out. We also had Caleb Arthod. Caleb being a very big key to the not only Wildcat offense but Wildcat defense, and so when you don't have one of your leaders on the field, it's hard for somebody just to step up and replace those shoes. And so Coach House has been looking for leadership to come from some younger players. Like I said, we have a lot of inexperience on the field, players playing in positions they've never played before. But as you can see during this ball game, the Wildcats are holding their own. They've had several opportunities to score, but just have been plagued either by turnover or turnover on downs, getting stuffed on fourth down. The big thing in this game has been trying to stop the running game of the Tyrone Bobcats. It seems that they're able to get to the outside and gain big and also kind of punch it through the middle. So there's been trying to be a lot of adjustments by your Wildcats to see if they cannot get a big stop to limit the Bobcats from scoring. We do have Colby Williams set in shotgun. We have motion in the backfield. There is a fumble on the play. Looked like it was quickly picked up. by number 42, Dakota Kane. They send him in motion. There was kind of a scuffle on the handoff, fumbled the ball, but able to jump on it. It's going to be second down and 12 yards to go for the Tyrone Bobcats. Like I said, we have Kobe Williams in the backfield. We have a trip set for Tyrone. Trip set on the upper part of your screen. He rolls out. The pass is incomplete.
Incomplete pass broken up by Francisco Ortiz.
It looked like the pass was intended for number 3, Braden Stevens. He's a 6 foot, 160-pound senior. Ball was thrown a little bit short right there. It is going to bring up a third down. Third down and 12 yards to go for the Tyrone Bobcats. This is going to be a big stop for your Wildcats. They got to get something going here. If they can get a stop here, there's going to be a promising future for your Wildcats. Looks like we have another Gator set. We have motion, Kane in motion, shotgun for Williams. He looks to pass to Ethan Brown. It is going to be close to a Bobcat first down. He was quickly taken down by a host of Wildcats. It looked like he had Paul Trantham on the play, Oscar Ramos. This is going to be close. We're going to have to see what kind of spot, and it is going to be a Tyrone first down. It was very, very close on the spot. But like I said, that's one of the only other couple of plays that we have actually seen Tyrone kind of move the ball through the air. They've kind of been dominant as far as the running game, and so every now and then they're going to try to catch the Wildcats off guard by throwing in the air. Your main targets are definitely going to be Ethan Brown and Roberto Hernandez. I formation for the Bobcats. Ball is pitched out to number 42, Kane. He's going to get to the outside. We do have a penalty on the play. To me, if it's in the backfield, more than likely it's going to be a hold. But we will wait for the officials before we come to any conclusion on that. We do have a clipping call against the Bobcats. So that is going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's still going to remain a first down. However, that will move the Bobcats back 10 more yards. It's going to bring up a first down and 20 yards to go. Like I said, there's been kind of some big penalties in this game, and they've kind of, helped the Wildcats in a sense. Some big penalties against your Tyrone Bobcats as far as, offsides, past interference, and then you have a clipping call right there. Looks like we have another spread offense here by your Tyrone Bobcats. We have Williams in the backfield. Looks like we have kind of a hitch play out to the top of your screen, Braden Stevens. The pass is complete. They were able to move the ball for about 8 yards on the play. Tyrone running similar offense that Boise City used to run back in 2016 and from 2012 2016 with that spread offense look. They like to spread out and then hit as many gaps as possible. You have Kobe Williams now in the backfield, shotgun formation. Kane in motion, looks for the center of the field, tight end release. The ball is going to be caught for a Bobcat touchdown. Ryland Johnson once again touchdown. Like I said, number 15, Rylan Johnson, has been on the radar for a lot of teams, and so that's who they're looking to hit. They were able to send him on a tight end release straight up the middle of the field for a Bobcat touchdown. With 4:12 remaining, the score is 20-0. Your Bobcats are going to try a field goal. The kick is up, and it is good by Aiden Rollins. So with 4:12 remaining, the score is 21-0. We will be back in a brief moment. We are back in action here in Boise City, Oklahoma, with your C1 district matchup, the Tyrone Bobcats versus your very own Boise City Wildcats. A very good game going here in the jungle. Just kind of a tale of two quarters for your Wildcats, just kind of plagued by turnovers as well as just getting stopped on fourth down. They've been showing a lot of promise of being able to move the ball down the field on the Bobcats. And the ball is going to be kicked deep. Your Wildcats are going to be starting on the, I believe, the 20-yard line. Tyrone kind of started out strong in the running game, and then they kind of started switching it up a little bit and trying to catch the Wildcats, off guard by moving the ball down the air. But like I said, the main person that has been scoring right now for Tyrone, somebody, like I said, who's been on the radar, number 15, Rylan Johnson, 5'10", 195-pound junior. We have Oscar Ramos under center for your Wildcats. We're going to hand it off to Gabriel Milliken, senior. Going to have a short gain on the play, close to maybe 1 yard on the play for your Wildcats. Looks like 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a second down and 8 yards to go. 3:51 remaining in the second the second quarter. We have Oscar Ramos lined up under center. Going to keep the ball, looking for a gap to get in. Quickly going to be hunted down by number 15, Ethan Brown, on the play. It is going to bring up a third down for the Wildcats.
No gain on the play.
Looks like Keegan Armis is going to go back in the backfield again as a quarterback. As before, we've said that Coach House has kind of been mixing up a little bit quarterback duties on the evening between Oscar Ramos and Keegan Armis, both juniors. Keegan Armis to drop back. He's looking to throw the ball deep to Gabriel Milliken, but the pass is right on the money, but broken up by number 11, Connor Witt, as well as number 1 for the Bobcats. Number 1 was Kobe Williams. Pass was intended for Gabriel Milliken. That is going to bring up a fourth down and 8 yards to go.
Kobe Williams.
It's kind of looking like the Wildcats are looking to punt the ball here. Number 42 for Tyrone is set to return the kick, Dakota Kane. Snap is made. The kick is off. Kind of a low line drive. Great bounce on the punt by Keegan Armis. Going to be brought down to about the 47-yard line. It's going to give the Tyrone Bobcats a 1st and 10 possession. 3:16 to go. So, the Wildcats have half the field to try to manage here as far as a defensive stop. If they can manage to get a stop here, get the ball and go and score, we can definitely make this a closer game, a 21-0. But like I said, ignore the scoreboard. If you are watching this game or here live with us, definitely a good little football game. Tyrone, definitely one of the powerhouses in C1. And like I said, your Wildcats having a lot of different things going on their team as far as injuries, new players in different positions, and so they have definitely put up a great fight. You have Carter Crabtree able to get in the backfield and take down the quarterback, Kobe Williams. Huge loss for the Bobcats. Definitely something that is going to help your Wildcats, especially with a big stop and not allowing them to score before halftime. This is going to bring up a 2nd down and a mile for the Tyrone Bobcats. Definitely a great stop by Carter Crabtree. He is a senior for your Wildcats. Like I said, it looks like we have a spread formation for Tyrone. You have Williams in the backfield. We have a toss. Quickly tackled and hit by Oscar Ramos. Hernandez was able to bounce off of Oscar Ramos, but eventually was taken down by number 24, Gabriel Milken, and assisted by number 55, Heido Morales. Still a good possession there for your Wildcats. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 15 yards to go. So like I said, they may have gotten a little bit of gain on the play, but your Wildcats were able to stop them in the backfield. A key to defensive stops here is, you got to take it possession by possession. Once again, Tyrone in the spread formation. Ball is snapped. Quarterback to throw deep. The play is incomplete, overthrown. Pass was intended for number 15, Rylan Johnson. Like I said, they're going to look to move the ball down the field. They're looking to look either going deep to Johnson or definitely handing it off to him on the outside. He's kind of one of their better playmakers for Tyrone. Going to definitely bring up a 4th down. This could be a big stop for your Wildcats. 1:40 to go in the ball game, 21-0. Getting a stop here would definitely give your Wildcats a little bit of momentum and a chance to score before halftime. Looks like we have Hernandez in the backfield looking to punt. Milliken, a senior, looking to return for the Wildcats. A high kick. The ball is possibly touched. We'll see, and it looks like it's going to be touched by Milliken and dropped and given the ball back to Tyrone. The ball was a high kick, and so with those situations right there, it can come very difficult to try to catch one of those. Like I said, tonight's has kind of been a turn of events for your Wildcats as they look very promising, and then they have just some issues such as that come up and kind of hinder them. However, there you go. Wildcats once again are able to get a big stop in the backfield. Just like I said, just a part of experience is going to be one of the big issues for your Wildcats. I think at the towards the end of your season, you're going to start seeing some great football playing, but right now you're just going to have some shortcomings, such as turnovers and miscues. But like I said, Coach House has been doing a great job, the coaching staff, on trying to get players experienced as quick as they can. Injuries being one of those to your Wildcats is something that's kind of plagued them since the beginning. We have a trip set on the top of your screen for Tyrone. They're going to look to throw the ball once again to no other number 15, Rylan Johnson. Kind of been one of the key targets, and once again he will score for the Tyrone Bobcats. that is going to bring your score 27-0. Looks like we now have a new kicker in for Tyrone. Number 28, Jesus Aguano. The ball is going to be blocked. Great defense by your Boise City Wildcats to stop the extra point. That is going to bring your score 27-0 with 41 seconds remaining in this ball game. Like I said, your Wildcats were able to get a huge stop on defense, but then we kind of had a mishap on the punt, fumbled the ball, and Tyrone was able to conquer on the turnover of possession. And so, like I said, there's just been a couple of miscues for your Wildcats tonight. That's going to bring your score 27-0, 41 seconds to go. See if we can't get a score right before halftime. We will be back in a few short moments. Thank you for listening to the live stream for your Boise City Wildcats. We are back here in action with your Boise City Wildcats. We have Gabriel Milliken Sr. set to return, as well as number 13, junior Oscar Ramos. Hernandez set to kick for the Bobcats. The ball is kicked deep. Looks like Gabriel Milliken is going to let the ball go and touch back and bring the ball up to the 20-yard line. It's going to give the Wildcats 41 seconds to work with before halftime. It'd be a beautiful thing if we can get down the field, put some numbers up on that board, and get things rolling and gain some momentum going into the second half for your Boise City Wildcats. We have Oscar Ramos in the backfield, as well as senior number 22, Paul Trantham. The ball is tossed to the outside. Trantham is able to get a little bit of a gain, but the ball, it looked like, is taken out of his hands by number 15, Ryland Johnson. It looks like that is going to be another score for the Bobcats. Just once again, a turnover by your Boise City Wildcats. It looks like we've just kind of had some trouble hanging on to the ball this evening. But like I said, we have some players that are playing in spots that they normally don't due to several injuries for your Wildcats. And so, you know, I credit these kids for stepping into positions and stepping up and trying things that, you know, like I said, they haven't done. Paul Trantham has, you know, always either been on the line or as an end, and now we're putting him, you know, giving him, you know, possessions as a running back, and same thing with Conrad Odell. But like I said, you know, it's going to be something that continues to get better for your Boise City Wildcats. They are improving each week and doing a great job. 32 seconds to go. The score is 34-0. We will be back in a few moments. We are back with Tyrone set to kick. Milliken and Ramos set to return for the Boise City Wildcats. The ball is going to be kicked deep and once again is going to go out of the back of the end zone. We'll give the ball to your Wildcats on the 20-yard line. 32 seconds remaining in the first half. Like I said, number 15 has kind of just been all over the place, has scored several times for the Bobcats. He is, like I said, 195-pound junior, 5'10", one of the leading scorers, and has proven to be, a dominant player this evening. Ball is kept by number 13, Oscar Ramos. Going to look like a short gain for the Wildcats, going to bring up a second down, 17 seconds, and the clock is ticking down. We'll see if the Wildcats look to get one more playoff before the half or will settle for going in at halftime. Quickly up to the line, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that will be halftime. Halftime it is Tyrone 34, Wildcat 0. We will be back in a brief moment to kind of discuss and a recap of the first half. Thank you for joining in on the live stream for your very own Boise City Wildcats. We will be back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Boise City Wildcat football. Second half is about to begin. Coaches for your Boise City Wildcats, head coach Justin House, assisted by Chase Lloyd, Jasper Smiley, and Mark Gillespie. We're going to see this second half if the Wildcats can put something together and capitalize any type of scoring drive. The Wildcats will be kicking off to the Tyrone Bobcats. Like I said, the score is not any indication of what's kind of went on in this ball game. Boise City has been proven to be able to move the ball on the Bobcats, but have been plagued by turnovers. Turnovers are, like I said, a key that can really determine ball games, and in this ball game, that's kind of been the difference. But we're looking for the Wildcats to make some adjustments, limit turnovers, and make this a game in the second half. We do have number 14, Francisco Ortiz, set to kick for your Wildcats. And here we go. Ball is kicked. Kind of a shallow kick, but it's going to take a Wildcat bounce. It's going to pick up by Rylan Johnson. Johnson is on the prowl, breaks a couple of tackles, and looks like he is going to go the distance for the Bobcats. Like I said, it's a name that we talked about all first half, and it looks like he is putting a stamp on the second half as well. It's going to bring your score now 40-0 with 11:45 to go in the third quarter. Tyrone has been one of those teams in this ball game that have been kicking field goals for their extra point, kind of opting out of the two-point conversion, which you don't see very many teams doing that. Like I said, it's kind of difficult to kick field goals in eight-man field goal. They bring out Aiden Rollins again. He is a junior, 5'11", 197 pounds. The kick is up, and the kick is good. That is going to bring the score 41-0. Like I said, one thing, if you're just joining us, your Wildcats have definitely been plagued by many different things this season, losing junior running back and linebacker Caleb Arthot to an injury early in the season. It was just a couple possessions into the opening game against Turpin. And your Wildcats, we earlier had to kind of halt school and athletic events in August, and so the Wildcats were down as far as practice time and just gaining the experience that was needed to enter into the season. Started out well against Turpin, plagued by some injuries early. Also, Drew Cadell sidelined. And we also had Conrad Odell, who is a senior, sidelined. And so that kind of spilled over into the game against Balco that we had last week. And we started out, like I said, just players new to some positions, youth on the field. But like I said, the Wildcats are definitely showing promise as this season is still young. Roberto Hernandez set to kick for the Bobcats, with Oscar Ramos and Gabriel Milliken set to return. The ball looks like it is going to go into the end zone and be a touchback. Ball will be moved out to the 20-yard line. It will be 1st and 10, Wildcat ball. Some notable players just on the Wildcat team. We have junior Sebastian Sandoval, senior Yair Nieto, senior Strand Wagner. We also have freshman Jesse Gomez. We also have sophomore Ethan Odell. We've talked a little bit about Jeremiah Rosas, freshman, Heido Morales, who is a sophomore, also Carter Crabtree, senior. Yerrick Lycia, freshman, Michael Martinez, who is a junior. Looks like we have a big gain by Oscar Ramos to the outside, still on his feet, finally taken down by number 15, Ryland Johnson. Huge gain on the play, but we do have a flag on the play. Also number 88, Chris Hughes, sophomore. So that is kind of your players for your Boise City Wildcats. Looks like we have a penalty, though, against the Wildcats. It looks like we do have a hold. So that is going to march your Wildcats back after a large gain by Oscar Ramos is going to kind of be erased. But like I said, just kind of penalties and turnovers have hurt your Wildcats tonight. If those don't go down, definitely a different ball game for sure. We have two receivers set. Looks like we have a trip set at the bottom of your screen with Odell, Milliken, as well as Ramos. We have Keegan Armis, shotgun. Looks like we do have some movement on the play. It's going to be offsides. Wait for the signal from your official. Yes, it will go against the Tyrone Bobcats. It looked like we have offsides on one of those ends right there. It's going to march the ball up 5 yards, and will give your Wildcats a automatic first down. Ball will be placed on the 30-yard line. It will be a 1st and 10. 11:33 to go in the third quarter. Carter Crabtree, center for your Wildcats. Keegan Armis in the backfield. Looks like we have a twin set. Milliken in motion. Fake handoff. Ball looked to pass to Paul Trantham, but play is broken up. Looks like we do have a penalty on the play. We had number 1 Kobe Williams as well as number 15 Ryland Johnson kind of up in the mix of the play, and it's going to look like it may be a pass interference against the Bobcats. Paul Trantham was the intended receiver on the play. If this is the case, it will give the Wildcats another first down. Still waiting on confirmation from your officials. Little conference there. It seemed like early all the penalties were kind of going against the Bobcats, but the Wildcats were not really able to take advantage of some of those mishaps for pass interference and offsides. Once again, the Bobcats starting off the second half with another big penalty. Looks like we are going to have a targeting call against Tyrone on this play, so that's going to be huge. 15-yard penalty. Not sure who the targeting was actually against. But that, like I said, is going to march the Wildcats down the field. Ball will be placed on the 45-yard line. Is going to be a 1st and 10. We have a pro set single receiver Gabriel Milliken at the top of your screen with Oscar Ramos as quarterback and Conrad Odell in the backfield. Looks like we do have some confusion on the play, but looks like we got it kind of figured out. Here we go. Ramos in the backfield, direct snap to the quarterback. You're going to gain 5 yards on the play, fighting for that 6 yard. Great run by Oscar Ramos. Keep his feet moving. It's going to definitely give the Wildcats a 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Like I said, throughout this ball game, Coach House has kind of been mixing it up with quarterbacks between the likes of juniors Oscar Ramos and Keegan Armis. The duo has proven to be able to move the ball not only through the air but on the ground. So definitely some promise for the future for your Boise City Wildcats. We have 10:43, clock is counting in the 3rd quarter. We have a pro set with Gabriel Milliken at the bottom of your screen. The ball is handed off to Conrad Odell. It's looked like he is going to fight for another 5 yards. That ball is going to be close to another Wildcat 1st down. Let's see what the officials give them. Very, very close. Nothing has been signaled as of yet. We are going to have a referee kind of check this. We're going to have just kind of a check to see how close this is. From up here, you know, the measurement looks like it is going to be a Wildcat 1st down, but like I said, we don't have that imaginary yellow line to tell us specifically if this is a Wildcat 1st down or not. From up here, it does look like it. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, the point of that football was good enough to give the Wildcats a 1st down. Great run, combination of runs by Oscar Ramos and Conrad Odell, 2 5-yard gains. The ball is on the 45-yard line. The Wildcats have broken into Bobcat territory. 10:16 is on the clock. Looks like we have once again, a pro set. Ball is handed off to Conrad Odell, but we do have a fumble on the play. It is going to be recovered by the Tyrone Bobcats. Like I said, just kind of been one of those things. The story for your Wildcats tonight, turnover after turnover. Like I said, if the Wildcats can limit turnovers, definitely a different ball game as far as the score is concerned. We do have a timeout on the field, 10:07 to go. Score is 41-0 with Tyrone on top. We will be back in a few moments. We are back in action. Looks like we have a toss to number 11, Connor Witt, for the Bobcats, but he's quickly stuffed in the backfield by the Boise City Wildcats. Great defense on the play. Loss of about 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 yards to go. 9:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. It looks like we do have a new quarterback in the ball game for the Tyrone Bobcats. They have a double wing set, direct snap to the quarterback. It looks like we have Aiden Rollins, 5'11", 197-pound junior in the ball game. So it looks like Tyrone has kind of put some different players into the ball game to gain a little bit of experience. But like I said, that's kind of been the story for the Wildcat season, is trying to find players in specific roles. As we've been plagued by several injuries, we have some newcomers, freshmen, sophomores, getting some playing time for your Wildcats, and so it's going to be one of those seasons where you have players that are learning their roles and trying to get good and help your team out. Handoff again, once again to number 11, Connor Witt. He's going to gain close to about 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Tyrone Bobcats. 4th down and 8 yards to go. It looks like the Bobcats will line up to punt the ball. We have number 13, junior Oscar Ramos, set to receive for your Wildcats. Ball is snapped. Hernandez on the deep kick. Looks like Ramos is attempting to pick the ball up. He's going to try to get to the outside, little razzle-dazzle, but quickly taken down. Like I said, Oscar Ramos does have a lot of speed. If he can get to the outside, he can make some big things happen for your Boise City Wildcats. It's going to be a 1st down. We are in the 3rd quarter, 8:01 remaining. Score is 41-0 with Tyrone on top. Like I said, the score is not any indication of what has actually really occurred here during this ball game. Boise City proven to be able to move the ball on the Bobcats, but like I said, turnovers have actually plagued them. We have a Oscar Ramos split down at the bottom of your screen. Keegan Armis in the backfield. Ball is snapped. He's set back. Looks to throw the ball to Oscar Ramos. The pass is complete. He gets to the outside, still fighting on his feet. Finally taken down by number 1, Colby Williams. Definitely a great catch by Oscar Ramos. Great pass by Keegan Armis, the junior duo. Big gain for your Wildcats. And like I said, the Wildcats have proven that they can move the ball down the field. Just have to start getting better at protecting the football. Once again, we have 2 wide receivers. One split at the top of your screen is Milliken. Bottom of your screen is Oscar Ramos. Ball is snapped to Keegan Armis. Look to pass again to Oscar Ramos, but the ball is incomplete. It's going to bring up a 2nd down, 2nd and 10 for your Wildcats. It looks like, the Wildcats have had a little success in the air, and so they're looking to get some quick outs to your receivers. We have Paul Trantham as well as Conrad Odell in the backfield blocking for Keegan Armis. The ball is snapped. He's set, drop steps back. Looks to go deep, but overthrown to intended receiver number 13, Oscar Ramos. Just a little bit overthrown. He almost had him in stride. Would have been probably a Wildcat touchdown if the pass was on the money. But like I said, Armis with a little bit too much on that pass. It is going to bring up a 3rd down. Ball is on the 30-yard line. Top of your screen is Gabriel Milliken, split out. Bottom of your screen, Oscar Ramos. Keegan Armis, shotgun. Quick pass out to Milliken. Looks like the pass was completed, but for a very short gain. Maybe 2-yard gain on the play. Is going to bring up a 4th down for the Wildcats. It looks like we will probably more than likely be punting, as the ball is deep in Wildcat territory. Try to get that ball out of there and try to pin the Bobcats. Number 15 in the backfield. Ball is kicked. It's going to be a beautiful bounce. Ball is fumbled, but quickly recovered by the Bobcats.
covered up by number 42.
Number 42, Kane, on the recovery. Looked like he kind of bobbled the ball there a little bit, but able to jump back on it. Definitely going to be promising possession here as the Wildcats are going to see if they can try to pin the Bobcats deep into territory, see if we can either get a turnover or a stop here to go and score. Like I said, the Bobcats have put in a couple of new players, changed quarterbacks, as well as different running back. It looks like they put some of their younger guys in. They do have that double stack back and direct snap to the quarterback. It was handed off to, or a direct snap to your quarterback, number 8, Aiden Rollins. Conrad Odell on the tackle, senior, number 78. Tyrone once again with that stack set, direct snap to the quarterback. Quickly brought down by number 75, Michael Martinez, and number 78, Conrad Odell. Assisted up in there also is number 14, Francisco Ortiz. So I think we're going to see a lot of number 8, Aiden Rollins, probably in this second half with, just a lot of direct snap to the quarterback, him following his lead blockers. And I just don't see them throwing a whole lot. We shall see, though. Once again, direct snap to the quarterback. Gets to the outside, but you're once again, your Wildcats able to get a stop. Looked like we had 22, Paul Trantham, number 13, Oscar Ramos, all up in the mix, as well as number 55, Heido Morales. It was very close to first down. Looks like the officials are going to give that to your Tyrone Bobcats. 3 straight plays here. It's just been a direct snap to number 8, Aiden Rollins. And so, like I said, he hasn't been able to get any big gains, but he has been able to get enough for first downs. Once again, we have a spread, trip set at the bottom of your screen. Direct snap to your quarterback, looking to run, but taken down by number 75, Michael Martinez. Michael Martinez, a sophomore for your Wildcats. Great tackle by Michael Martinez. About 6'5", an inch under 6'6" for Mikey. Definitely going to have a bright future, especially if he keeps growing. Like I said, a lot of youth on the field right now. I can see that we have 3 sophomores on the field. We have 3 seniors and 1 junior on your defense right now. So, like I said, some players playing in different roles and different positions. Once again, we go into a Gator set, 2 receivers split at the bottom of your screen and 1 at the top, but we do have a timeout on the field with 3:58 remaining in the third quarter. It is 41-0. We will be back in a few moments. We are back in action. It is second down. We look like we have a pass that is going to be way overthrown for Tyrone Bobcats. We had Rollins intended for growth. Pass is incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 13 yards to go for the Tyrone Bobcats. See if we can't get something going here for your Boise City Wildcats. 3rd down, see if we can't get a big stop here and force your Bobcats to punt. And so far we've seen, Aiden Rollins, a new quarterback in for the Bobcats, just mainly putting it on the ground, running game, direct snap to him. We have a Gator set with actually trip set, 3 receiver set, but it looks like he's going to take it right up the gut. But big stop by number 55, Heidel Morales, and assisted by number 75, Michael Martinez. It will bring up a 4th down. 4th down and about 9 yards to go for the Bobcats. We'll put them into a punting position. We have number 88 entering into the ball game, Roberto Hernandez, who usually punts for the Bobcats. So we'll see if he kicks this one deep. Number 13, Oscar Ramos, set to return for your Wildcats. The ball is up, kicked. Kind of a low line drive kick. It looks like Ramos is going to be able to field it. Going to try to break a couple tackles, but is quickly tangled up. Enough for about a 10 to 12 yard gain by Ramos before he was quickly brought down by number 27. Number 27 is Jackson Bell. He is a 200-pound, 6-foot junior. Like I said, we do have a little bit of size for your Wildcats. You have a freshman, number 36, Jeremiah Rosas, as well as you have Michael Martinez, sophomore, and both of them are hinting at about 6'5". Keegan Armis set back to pass, quickly pressured though, throws it short, but we do have a penalty on the play. It looked like we had Kieran White, maybe possibly roughing of the quarterback. We will see what the official has. It would give the Wildcats another 1st down. It's going to be a, looks like a 15-yard penalty on the play. It's going to move your Wildcats close to the 50-yard line. Now we have Oscar Ramos in the backfield as quarterback, Conrad Odell in the backfield. Shotgun, direct snap to the quarterback. Oscar looking for a gap to get into, keeps fighting, keeps moving his feet. Good run, good enough for about 4 yards on the gain. Good run by Oscar Ramos to keep his feet moving there. Like I said, Coach House has kind of been moving quarterbacks between the likes of Keegan Armis as well as Oscar Ramos, both being juniors for your Boise City Wildcats. Now we have Keegan Armis under center with Ramos and Milliken in the backfield. Have an orange set here. Fake handoff to Ramos. Keegan rolls back, but is batted out of the air by 6'6" junior Roberto Hernandez. So kind of difficult to throw over Hernandez being 6'6", then you add arm length on there, so almost makes him like 7 feet to throw over. Hard for any type of quarterback to make a successful pass there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for your Wildcats. 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. 2:06 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats run up to the line with Carter Crabtree at the center. Keegan Armis, shotgun formation, steps back, fumbles the ball, picks the ball up, throws the ball, but incomplete pass. Definitely athletic play made by Keegan Armis to fumble the ball, pick it up, roll out, and try to make the pass, but it is incomplete. Going to bring up a 4th down for your Wildcats. 4th down, 7 yards to go. Minute 58 left in the third quarter, yes. 41-0 with the Tyrone Bobcats on top. Looks like the Bobcats are fixing to have to defend a 4th down right here. Wildcats going for it. Oscar Ramos in the backfield. Shotgun. rolls back. Looks like he's going to try to get it on the ground. Gets to the outside. Looks for an opening gap. Going to make the Wildcat first down. Beautiful run by Oscar Ramos to find a gap. He was setting the shotgun direct snap and definitely was able to find a gap to take it down the field and march into Bobcat territory. It's going to give the Wildcats a first down. Ball will be placed roughly on the 38-yard line. Going to bring up a first down, 138 and counting in the third quarter for your Boise City Wildcats. Like I said, we've kind of had a mixture of quarterbacks tonight from Keegan Armis and Oscar Ramos. Now at the bottom of your screen is Oscar Ramos split Keegan Armis in the backfield along with Conrad Odell and Paul Trantham. Keegan Armis looks to throw the ball right through the hands, though, of Oscar Ramos. We've kind of seen that duo tonight in action quite a bit. Oscar Ramos been just very active running, getting some good gains on the field, as well as some connection with pass from Keegan Armis. So like I said, the junior duo has been able to get some things accomplished, but let's not forget about how they get that accomplished with that Boise City line with Carter Crabtree and Jeremiah Rosas, Michael Martinez, blocking from Paul Trantham, as well as Conrad Odell. Definitely a team effort in trying to get things accomplished. Intended receiver was Oscar Ramos there. Keegan Armis was unable to get that as he had a host of Bobcats in the backfield to kind of get to Armis. It looks like Oscar Ramos will now be quarterback. It's a third down, 10 yards to go, minute 10 to go remaining in the third quarter. Looks like we have Oscar Ramos shotgun with Paul Trantham by his side. Pro set. Split on the top of your screen is Gabriel Milken. We have a toss out into the backfield with no gain on the play. Well, maybe a loss. We're going to probably have a loss of 6 to 7 yards. Just couldn't get really anything going on that. Tyrone able to bust through the line and tackle Paul Trantham. It is going to bring up a Wildcat fourth down and a mile to go for your Boise City Wildcats. But it does look like Coach House wants to go for this, see if we can't come up something here and be successful on this fourth down conversion.
Tackle in the backfield.
Your Bobcats kind of sitting back in that 2-3, kind of a cover 3 coverage, kind of loose. Trying to prevent with safety playing kind of deep. You have Keegan Armis was set back to throw, but tackled quickly by Roberto Hernandez in the backfield, and that will be a turnover. The ball is going to be turned over on downs and given back to the Tyrone Bobcats. 18 seconds remain in the third quarter with your score 41-0. Some of your players kind of going both ways with Carter Crabtree still on the field, Michael Martinez, Oscar Ramos. You have now Francisco Ortiz now on the defensive side, Gabriel Milken playing safety, Heido Morales on the line, Conrad Odell, as well as Paul Trantham. And so, a lot of these guys having to play both ways, definitely fatigue can set in. Boise City showing mega blitz on the play, but it looks like we may have a delay of game as the play clock ran out. Yes, we do have a delay of game. That is going to be a 5-yard penalty. It is going to bring up a first down and 15 yards to go for the Tyrone Bobcats. We have number 8 in the backfield for Aiden Rollins, quarterback. Looks to pitch the ball, but your Boise City Wildcats are able to get into the backfield and drop the Bobcats for a large loss on the play. Looks like a loss of another 5 yards on the play. So it's going to be second down and a mile for the Tyrone Bobcats, and that will be the end of the third quarter with your score being 41-0. We will be back in a short moment. Thank you for listening to the live stream of your Boise City Wildcats. We are back with your Boise City Wildcats. It is the beginning of the fourth quarter. It is second down and a mile for the Tyrone Bobcats. Pass is intended, it looked like, for number 13 possibly on the play by Growth. Rollins with a pass there, a little heat on that ball. We do have a penalty. Looks like we have unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bobcats. It's going to be a huge penalty, 15-yard penalty, going against the Tyrone Bobcats, unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to bring up third and several miles now to go. Like I said, Tyrone bringing in some new players, Aiden Rollins in the backfield. We have a spread formation, shotgun, quarterback, direct snap right up the middle, but is quickly brought down by number 24, Gabriel Milliken. Kind of a 6 to 5 yard gain on the play, but is still going to bring up fourth down and a mile for the Tyrone Bobcats. It is definitely going to put them into a punting situation. Oscar Ramos heads back to receive the punt. 11:23 and counting in the fourth quarter. Roberto Hernandez set to kick for the Bobcats. Ball is snapped. The kick is off. High punt. Ramos is going to try to return that, but fumbles the ball, and it is going to go back to the Bobcats. But like I said, that's kind of been the story of, if we were to write a story on this game, it's just been one of those deals that turnovers have plagued us tonight. Great ball movement by our Wildcats and a lot of promise on the defensive side, but Tyrone definitely has been able to take advantage of our turnovers. And when that happens, it's very, very difficult to try to win ball games with that happening. We have number 8 once again. Shotgun, direct snap to the quarterback. We have Rollins straight up the gut. Looks like about a 6-yard gain for the Bobcats. It's going to bring up a second down. Like I said, defense for the Wildcats proved that they can pin Tyrone and put them in to punting situations, but there has been a couple times that we have fumbled the punt and just given it right back. So just errors as far as special teams is concerned, and just little things like that has plagued the Wildcats tonight. Rollins shotgun, we have a trip set for your Bobcats. The ball is thrown out to number 5, but quickly taken down, looked like by Gabriel Milliken. Number 5 was Carlos Pimentel. He is a sophomore, 4'11", able to catch and get a little bit of yardage for your Bobcats. It is third down and about 3 yards to go. See if the Wildcats can get a big stop here. Spread offense for the Bobcats. Looks like a direct snap once again to Rollins. Rollins is going to push his way forward for another Bobcat first down. We do have a timeout on the field with 9:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. We will be back. Thank you for listening to the Boise City Wildcat live stream. We are back with the Boise City Wildcats. There is 9:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. Score is 41-0 with Tyrone on top. Rollins set in the backfield, looks to throw the ball, but is batted around. Pass broken up by Milliken and number 22, Paul Trantham. Pass was intended for number 5, Carlos Pimentel. It's going to bring up a second down for the Bobcats. Ball is on the 15-yard line. Definitely a lot of promise, though, for your Boise City Wildcats, as they have proven to be able to move the ball on the Tyrone Bobcats. However, just turnovers have been the key to this ball game. Once again, we have a trip set by Tyrone. They look to throw the ball up. The pass is successfully caught by number 11, Connor Witt, and that is going to be a touchdown. That is going to bring your score 47-0, and that is going to be the ball game. We like to thank all the listeners and appreciate everybody who took time to listen to your Boise City Wildcat live stream. Your Boise City Wildcats will be back in action, I believe, next Fridays. They will be traveling to Winoka. Once again, thank you for listening to Boise City Wildcat live stream. The score will be a final with Tyrone 47, Boise City 0. Once again, thank you and have a great night.